Welcome to Berean Babes Be in the Know segment. I'm your host, Vale Chikuni. I have a couple stories for you guys today. Without further ado, let's get started. Out of MacLean Bible Church in Virginia, where David Platt is a senior pastor, some members have sued the church. The leadership has been accused of doing things against the church's constitution. One of the issues is that MacLean Bible Church is affiliated with the SBC. However, David Platt is on record denying that they are. Moving on. The rise and fall of Mars Hill. This podcast is very interesting. I encourage you guys to listen to it. It just reminded me, before I was a believer, I did listen to Mark Driscoll, and I was even surprised that somebody can be talking about the stuff that he used to talk, and it was just okay. But now the stuff is out there. Some people did speak against him back then. Now, I'm sure they're vindicated. However, they were vilified back then. They were like dinosaurs. I wish they had interviewed, because MacArthur did speak against him. Phil Johnson did speak against him. I wish they had interviewed them. Maybe that could have added something to the podcast, but just check it out. Next, we have Pastor Jonh van Slotten in Calgary in Canada. He's just announced together with his leadership that effective next month, which is September, that's when they'll start meeting in person. If your age is 12 and older, you have to be vaccinated. You need to show your vaccination card, you have to wear your mask, and you have to maintain social distancing during the worship service. If you cannot do any of these things, you can stay at home and watch the service online. He's not the only one though. There's another pastor, Bishop Paul Morton. He's also doing the same. But with him, he's taking it from ages 11 years and older. In order for you to come to church, you need to bring your vaccination card. So you have to prove that you've been vaccinated. No hugging in church, the whole 9 yards. If you cannot do any of these things, just stay at home and watch the service online. Now, let's end our stories with some good news coming out of California. Grace Community Church was sued by California government for not following the COVID restrictions. So every week that they were meeting, they were being fined $1,000 that they were putting in an escrow account. But now the charges have been dropped, so they don't have to pay that money. They can keep their money. However, the California government has to pay Grace Community Church all the fees that they've incurred with their lawyers. I thought that was very encouraging news, just to see how God has vindicated Grace Community Church and some of the other churches that have stayed faithful. That's all I had for you guys today. Let us remember to pray for our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan. We know they're being persecuted right now. I hope you find this to be helpful. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button. Until next time, remember to be in the know.